Yo, what's going on, guys? King here. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a Salamander's Melta rifle build for the Vanguard to help you complete those hard daily and hard weekly stratagems. This build is going to be centered around perks like Tactical Prowess and Unmatched Zeal to help you loop executions of Majoris and Extremis level enemies, especially with modifiers on hard stratagems like Extreme Challenge, to be able to constantly have health regeneration and grapnel launcher charges at all times. So we're going to start off the build with that primary weapon being the Melta rifle, and I'm going to be taking the ammo capacity variant for the Melta rifle for this build. And then the first perk in the perk tree is going to be Decisive Reload. Performing a finisher on a Majoris level or higher enemy with this weapon restores ammo by 1. After that, we're going to take Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. And then one of the most important perks in this perk tree is going to be the perk Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This is going to be very easy to pull off when especially fighting Tyranids and Minoris hordes. You're going to be able to kill 5 enemies very, very quickly with a single shot from your Melta rifle and constantly have armor regeneration at all times. After that, we're going to stack a Great Might on top of that, giving us a damage increase of 10% against Terminus level enemies, and then we're going to get a Divine Might right here for an additional 10% damage increase. We're also going to take Extended Magazine. Magazine size increases by 15% at the maximum for additional ammo. And we're going to take First Shot. The first shot after a reload deals 10% more damage. And then for the relic tier perks, we're going to be taking Retaliation. After a perfectly timed dodge, you deal 25% more damage for 10 seconds. And lastly, we're going to be taking Perpetual Fire. Fire rate increases by 10%. For the secondary weapon, we're going to be taking the Heavy Bolt Pistol, mainly focusing this around gunstrike damage in conjunction with our Fencing Power Axe. I'm going to be taking the ammo capacity variant for this as well, and we're mainly going to be building through the top row of this perk tree with an additional increased capacity for an additional 20% increase to the maximum ammo reserve. This is mainly going to be used for, again, those gun strikes, because the Heavy Bolt Pistol is going to be the highest damage dealing secondary for gun strikes in the entire game. And then along with that, we're also going to be using this for our range damage output, especially against Zoanthropes when it is needed. And then finally, for the melee weapon, we are going to be taking the Fencing Power Axe. And for the perk tree, we are going to be building through the bottom row of the perk tree, starting with Perpetual Strength. Melee damage increased by 5%. Into Coup de Grace, the last strike of a light combo deals 25% more damage. Into another Perpetual Strength, and then into Counterattack. The first light attack within 5 seconds after a perfect parry or perfect block deals 25% more damage. Along with that, we're going to be taking Riposte. Overhead strike damage after performing a power backstep is doubled. So if you didn't know, the Power Axe has a very unique mechanic where you go into the power stance after a perfect parry or perfect block, and then you can shoot out a power backstep wave, which the power backstep wave can actually cancel any incoming light or heavy attack from Majoris, Extremis, and even Terminus level enemies that have stagger like the Hellbrute. So after you perform that power wave from the power backstep, you can actually dive in with an overhead strike for double damage. And then after that, we're going to take Hard Target. While performing a light combo, you take 15% less range damage for range damage reduction. And Tactical Retreat. Power Backstep deals 25% more damage. So again, that power backstep mechanic is going to be vitally important, not only for damage output, but also for canceling and staggering enemies out of any light or heavy incoming attack. Following that, we're going to take Cleaver. Damage increases by 10% against Majoris level or higher enemies. And then in the relic tier tree, we're going to be taking Rebound. Light attacks restore 100% more contested health. And lastly, we're going to be taking the perk Discharge, which is vitally important. Overhead strike deals additional AoE damage around the target. Cooldown is 15 seconds. You're mainly going to be using Discharge following the power backstep and the power wave, and also when you are sprinting and diving into hordes to create disruption, use that AoE effect. and then you can back out, reload your Melta rifle if need be, or get off a few shots with your heavy bolt pistol. Now moving over to the actual character perk tree, we are going to start off the perk tree with our first perk being Upper Hand. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. 10 seconds is a long uptime for our no knockback mechanic, which is going to save you from frame traps and stun locks and being staggered, which is going to lead to your eventual death. So we want to make sure that we have no knockback at all times or as frequently as possible after a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge. On our second perk, we're going to take Conviction. When your armor is fully depleted, you take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. And then for the third perk, we're going to take Consecutive Execution. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores equipment charge by 1. Cooldown is 90 seconds. And in conjunction with the Melta rifle, we're going to be able to actually pop this perk very, very frequently, being able to kill 7 enemies in rapid succession and get our equipment back very, very frequently, which is going to help save games. Equipment in this game saves matches. You know, frequent frag grenades, stun grenades, crack grenades, and Melta bombs are going to outright be able to deny enemy movement. Melta bombs are going to straight up kill Minoris, Majoris, and knock extremist level enemies into an executionable state. So having constant equipment regen is very, very good. For the team perk, we're going to take Unmatched Zeal. Melee finishers of extremist or terminus level enemies additionally restore health by 30% for any squad member. So on modifiers like Extreme Challenge, having Unmatched Zeal is going to be vitally important. It's going to be able to get us our health back and constant health regen. And like I said, along with that, we already have the constant armor regen from trick shot on the Melta rifle. So this is going to help us just progress through missions a lot easier overall. In the gear perk tree, we're going to take the first perk being Restless Fortitude. After a diving kick, you take 40% less range damage for 10 seconds. That's going to be additional range damage reduction after a diving kick. And then we're also going to take Zone of Impact. Performing a finisher with the grapnel launcher deals damage to nearby enemies. And then for the last perk in the gear tree, we're going to take Thrill of the Fight. After perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. And then finally, for the signature perk, we're going to take Tactical Prowess. Grapnel launcher can activate a finisher not only on incapacitated enemies, but also on those who have less than 33% health, except terminus level, and performing a finisher with the grapnel launcher restores its charge. So between these two perks, Unmatched Zeal and Tactical Prowess, we're going to be able to constantly loop executions of Majoris and extremist level enemies, getting our grapnel launcher charges back, and also getting constant health regeneration on top of trick shot with the constant armor regen as well. And then for the prestige perks, we're going to take the first perk being Battlefield Awareness. If a target is within 8 meters, you deal 10% more range damage. Very easy to get this off, pop this off, especially when using the Melta rifle. You're pretty much going to be in constantly within 8 meters of any target. And then Fortitude for our second perk, health increased by 15%. Third perk is going to be Launch Restoration. Using the grapnel launcher restores 1 armor segment. So along with Trick Shot, this is going to help with our armor regen. And then lastly, we're going to take Restoration. Killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores 1 armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. So on top of Launch Restoration, we have Restoration, and then with Trick Shot, we basically should have armor at all points and times throughout any match. Along with Unmatched Zeal, on modifiers like Extreme Challenge, we're going to get that constant health regen, and then be able to constantly loop our grapnel launch and grapnel launcher charges with Tactical Prowess and Zone of Impact. So that's going to be the full build for the Salamander's Melta Rifle build. If you guys like this video, make sure you like the damn video. Make sure you subscribe as well. And here's some gameplay with this specific build on a recent hard stratagem with the Extreme Challenge modifier. So I hope you guys do enjoy. No, I haven't tried the block power axe. Oh, I should have taken it for this one, honestly. That's a good one. Vol.
Oh, yeah, Vanguard, nice. There we go. Now, you do that. Team perk.
We're jumping right into this. Boy, this, I can already tell this is a very sweaty mission. And it looks like they needed me for this team perk.
Oh, we're just crushing us from high ground. Swords out of the way for you.
You said be careful with those. You should try to sell art or commission stuff if they say stuff like that. I hope I'm wrong. That's not normally the case. Oh, like the comment up top? Yeah. I appreciate the offer, but not really interested in doing any mentorship with larger creators, you know? I appreciate the advice, though. But you're right, Vol. I need to try the block power axe because the block power axe...
And right away.
The block power axe got a bunch of buffs for patch 11. And you can now use the power stance mechanic with the block power axe, where in the patch 10.3 you couldn't use that.
Anyways.
Yes, sir. Power backstep on perfect blocks. Oh, wow. 2 biovores right on top of each other. I need to get my teammates one of these executions on Extremis. Help them out. Can't see that guy. So many perks tied to power backstep and you can use it with the block version. Yeah, I'm so glad that they fixed that, because block versions, in my opinion, are the best melee type versions in the entire game. They deal the most damage. Yeah, you give up a little bit of speed for the actual attack, but it's way worth it, especially for the damage output on, you know, the hardest difficulty.
To be honest. Also, fuck. I gotta execute and beat me in the head.
Got him. Execute that.
They love killing me.
Oh, all 3 of us got execution at the same time. Love that.
Triple execute.
Boom. We need our heavy to get down here. Trying to aggro some of these guys down here.
Are we coming?
No turning back for the Emperor! And the holdout.
Need to grab ammo for our Melta here.
The Minotaur does not store explosives to Codex Astartes standards. I'll get enough to demolish the bridge.
Triple Raveners on me.
Thanks, guys.
Brothers,
Nice.
tell me which supports still require explosives.
Let me go this first charge.
Support mind.
I'm really liking the Salamander's cosmetic build too.
Explosives ready. Ambush prepared, Captain. The Hive Tyrant will reach your position shortly. Join the Imperial Guard defenses up on the bridge and lure that Xenos Colossus into the kill zone.
Oh, no.
Come here. double Melta on this is definitely brutal.
And ready. Astartes! We were not expecting such illustrious company in the rear ranks. Equipment there. Look, a race is done. Brother. We've got a handle on these probing strikes, my lords. It's the relay that's getting hammered right now.
Not anymore. The Hive Tyrant is heading this way.
That's news. Without armor support to tackle a target that big, we may have to bring down the supply bridge.
Way ahead of you.
Is this a withdrawal order? Negative. The objective is the Hive Tyrant, not the bridge. Defend this position until the Tyranid command unit is executed.
Oh, there's like triple biovores. They're stacking on top of each other, of course. These biovores are so annoying.
I jumped down.
Got one.
There you go.
Got two.
Got a pile up below. Don't let the Hive Tyrant is on its way. But it is a horde of Xenos between you and it.
Look at that grenade going in.
There's more coming. You have its attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
Protect the guard. As a salamander, you have to protect the guardsmen. You have to.
Your eyes peeled.
There's no other choice.
Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Waiting for optimal timing.
I've never seen such an atrocity. Hold. Give the Hive Beast a moment. Detonate the charges now. We can take them.
To Delta. We destroyed it.
It is not dead. Clarification required.
Yes, sir. Lore accurate salamander. Accurate cosmetics. Accurate attitude.
Focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Message received. Kill the bastard more.
We can hold this position, lords. We'll keep the swarm off your backs while you hunt that thing.
Hopefully with the Salamander's cosmetics, they do a little bit more, because I know that the in a community post, like a blog post, they said that they're going to be taking some of the champion armor pieces, for instance, like the Space Wolf head, and transferring it and creating a new item for the different armor styles like Mark X Tacticus, Phobos, and Gravis. So the Wolf head should be available on other classes soon. So hopefully they take like the Greaves and the chest piece from the Salamander's Sniper Champion and turn that into new pieces for like the Tactical, the Bulwark, the Assault, all that sort of stuff too. The Heavy, of course. Heavy, they need heavy Salamander's cosmetics. Like, I don't know. They need heavy Salamander's cosmetics.
I see a Neurodrop here and like 6 Neurodrops with it, you know what I'm saying?
Look at it flee! Pursue and eliminate. We will not have a better opportunity to finish it off. Alien trespassers sighted. Throwing frag grenade.
Hulk available.
Artifacts, alright. I'll take a
Here we go. Oh. Artifacts, all boss action. We love that. I'm gonna try and knock out some of these Menors back here, causing chip damage. Real quick.
Back in the sky.
Yeah, big miss not making the heavy champion for the Salamanders. And they're learning, like Saber Interactive's definitely learning. It's probably like, I want to say it's their first time ever like experiencing the Warhammer 40k community. And the Warhammer 40k community is like so very specific because it's so niche, right? So like at least they made that extra assault piece so you can make lore accurate Sanguinary Guard. But they definitely need more for sure. Because cosmetics are king in this game.
Talking about, guys. That's all behind us too.
Why do you smile, brother?
I am executing the Emperor's will. Arm to arm with his finest. Slaughtering the enemies of man. I have every reason to smile.
So long as you are baring your teeth toward the enemy, I suppose it will do.
Got the Gene Seed too. And we're doing all the Salamander side quests in this. Protecting the guard.
Scan these guys.
Picking up the Gene Seed to take back to the Ultramarine ship, you know.
That actually got me.
Well, Vol, I think Games Workshop is allowing more because they're realizing how popular this game actually is. Because, you know, with the narrative campaign for the tabletop game. Oh, my legal name's Sakan, yeah. I'm doing everything over here. But I think Games Workshop, with the narrative campaign, that's why they went with the 500 worlds and making Titus back to the captain of the second company. and putting him as like the figurehead for Games Workshop moving forward and their narrative campaign, because they realized how popular this game has become and how much they can use this game as a marketing tool to push people towards the tabletop game that have never that don't even know that Games Workshop and Space Marines are like a tabletop franchise. So I think they're allowing more, they want to do more, but really that comes down to them saying, all right, let's listen to the community and give the community what they want. Yeah, definitely a big media push from Games Workshop on their end, for sure, 100%. Yeah, we're on the same page, brother, 100%.
I scan them, let them come forward, and I'll scan them.
Because even, I'll even say for myself,
Next scan.
for myself, I used to play the tabletop game when I was in, middle school. And it was just, it got too expensive for, a middle schooler to keep playing and, building armies and models and stuff like that. But now with this game, it kind of makes me want to, get back into the tabletop and, buy an army and, do that sort of stuff. So it's even working on me, not just on the game portion, but the actual tabletop portion too, because the new models that they're creating look absolutely amazing. And I would love to make a Space Wolf or an Ultramarine army or something. Oh, I'm getting hit from behind by these Minoris. There we go. First wave done on the Hive Tyrant there. Grab some ammo real quick. Oh.
Scan again. I'll try to scan him as soon as he stops, I suppose. Okay, actually.
Oh, we're fucking him up. Oh shit. Oh, and there we go. Oh, you played the tabletop when you were in high school and you started as an orc player? Me too. Alright, so this is funny.